Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. How are you? Unnaro kem cho? Kaisan ba? I welcome all of you to this Jam session. Know everything about HPCL. So, are you ready? आज पूरा डिस्कशन करने वाला वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस ईच एंड एवरीथिंग अबाउट एचपीसीएल. यस, आई विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट रिटन एग्जाम, आई विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट इंटरव्यू, आई विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट कट ऑफ एंड लाइफ एट एचपीसीएल. और ये पूरा डिस्कशन मैं अकेले नहीं करने वाला हूं. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू टॉक अलोन, आई एम हैविंग गेस्ट विद मी. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट मी वेलकम विनय सर. प्लीज कम.
Hello all, good evening. So I hope all of you are doing well. It's been a long time since we met on this channel. So how are things going on? Is your college life going fine? Because it's been quite a long time that we met on this channel. So please type in the chat box.
And we are having one more guest who is with us. So Naveen also we are having with us. So Naveen, kindly introduce yourself.
Coaching from engineer sub itself. So now I am HPCL officer and yes, I recently recruited. So hope everyone is doing well. I'll be here to answer all your queries and questions. I'll try my level.
Yes. So Naveen will be with us and we are going to discuss each and everything. We are going to talk about each and everything. Maja. So let us start the session. Okay. So my friends, this is the means I'm having some screenshots of the notification. क्या था नोटिफिकेशन में थोड़ा सा वो डिस्कस करेंगे. कट ऑफ का भी डिस्कशन होगा. एग्जाम कब हो सकता है उसका डिस्कशन होने वाला है. लास्ट ईयर पेपर कैसा आया था, कौन से सब्जेक्ट्स का हाईएस्ट वेटेज है, कौन कौन सी बुक्स आप फॉलो कर सकते हैं, आपकी स्ट्रेटेजी क्या होनी चाहिए एग्जामिनेशन को क्लियर करने के लिए. वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. गुड इवनिंग, गुड इवनिंग, गुड इवनिंग. सो माय फ्रेंड्स, दिस इज द नोटिफिकेशन व्हिच केम. And yes, online application is going to start from 23rd of June 2022, that is Thursday, and the last date is 22nd of July 2022. सारी चीजें डिस्कस होंगे बेटा. वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. डोंट वरी. Now these are the vacancies. They have given the advertisement for mechanical engineer E2 grade. So if I talk about mechanical, if you see clearly, grade is E2, number of vacancies 103 and the maximum age is 25. तो mechanical के लिए 103, electrical 42, instrumentation 30, civil 25, chemical 7 and of course CSIT के लिए information system officer 5 vacancies are there.
And to add here, this age limit is for the general category students, okay? And others, they have their reservations as per the standard things, okay?
Yes, so this is, as Vinay sir is adding very nice point over here. Those who are having the category, they need not to worry. This is the upper age limit for the general category. Okay, so now what are the eligible degrees? So if you are from your core discipline is mechanical and production is eligible. If you are from electrical background, electrical and electronics is eligible. उसके अलावा आप देख सकते हैं for chemical, one of the student was saying sir please discuss for chemical also. So for chemical, petrochemical, petroleum refining and petroleum refining is also eligible. Okay, आप लोग क्वेश्चन पूछते रहेंगे, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. बहुत बेहतरीन पीपीटी आप लोगों के लिए है. मेरे साथ एचपीसीएल के काफी एम्प्लॉइज जिन्होंने 2021 में फोड़ा एग्जाम लाइव है. मैं एक एक करके आपको इंट्रोड्यूस करवाऊंगा. आपकी सारी क्वेरीज आज ही रिजॉल्व कर लेंगे रे बाबा, ताकि कल से आप बेहतरीन तरीके से अपना प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट कर सके. नाउ दिस इज the selection process. Now this selection process is divided into three parts: computer based test, followed by group task, followed by personal interview. Now as far as computer based test is concerned, it is divided into two parts: English language quantitative aptitude test, intellectual potential test, which is basically logical reasoning and data interpretation, technical professional knowledge. So Vinay sir, you want to add something over here?
Yes, sir. So, as you have seen, the total examination consists of basically two sections: non-technical part and the technical part. Okay, so technical is basically the questions from your core domain. Like, let us suppose if you're from mechanical, you'll be having the technical part questions from the mechanical subjects. Okay, so basically it's your discipline subjects. And coming to non-technical, you have three domains actually, three parts. So first part consists of English, second consists of quantitative aptitude, and third is of intellectual potential test, which consists of data interpretation and reasoning kind of things. Okay, so if you see the pattern of examination, I would like to give you this. Total, there are 170 questions, 85 from technical and 85 from non-technical actually. Clear? And out of this 85 non-technical, as I told you, non-technical is into three sections. You'll be having 17 questions from English, 34 questions from quantitative aptitude, and 34 questions from this intellectual potential test, which is like logical reasoning and data interpretation. Okay, so actually when you see CTC and all will come there. So actually if you see, normally if you sense this 170 questions out of 180 minutes, people may get little panicked because generally it's a high number of questions, because in exams like GATE and all, the same 180 minutes is for solving 65 questions. But here if you see, the questions of the number of questions got almost tripled. Okay, so if you see in exam, to be honest, it's not like you will get a chance to revisit the question again. Okay, but in genuine, if you talk, your technical part will be finished in an hour or less than an hour also, because the number of technical, I mean the number of theoretical questions, if you see generally, that too of simple level, we have some sample questions also from last year question paper, so no need to get worried. But if you see in technical, you will be having a lot of questions which can be answered in a single go. Like in the first look itself, you will be knowing the answer of the question and you can tick if you have a proper revision. Okay, but the only thing you need to be little careful is this guy, the quantitative aptitude part, because you won't be having any calculator in this exam.
Yes.
And you need to do the questions very faster and accurately. Speed and correctness is actually the key for this exam, because quantitative aptitude or data interpretation, these are the things where students will be spending little time. So you need to reduce your time a bit and you need to make the calculations correctly. That's the thing which you need to focus on, because if you are preparing for the competitive exams in mechanical, this technical will be very easy for you actually, because you see the level of the questions and all, which of course will be displaying later, will be very easy for you. Clear? But the main thing is you need to focus on these parts: quantitative aptitude and this logical reasoning parts, which are not very complicated again, but you need to do them correctly. Okay, and coming to that question, no negative marking. Yes, there is no negative marking for this question, and that's the reason cutoffs are also a bit slightly high, which you will see very soon. Clear? And coming to CTC, we have the data, no issues. In the next slide, we'll display that.
Yes. So basically, as Vinay sir is saying, he already cracked HPCL 2021 last year basically, and what he is saying that total questions will be 170, 85 questions you are going to have from general aptitude, and these 85 questions will be divided into three parts: English language 17 marks, quantitative aptitude 34, and 17 questions, 34 questions, and intellectual potential test, which is basically 30 questions, 34 questions. Now listen carefully, the most important thing, time, speed is the main key over here. Whatever the questions you are going to have in technical part, 85 questions, they will be very straightforward. There is no calculation involved. You will be able to see the question and you will be able to answer the question. But as far as in this part is concerned, quantitative aptitude and intellectual potential test, you have to make the edge इन टर्म्स ऑफ टाइम, बिकॉज बहुत कम टाइम आपके पास रहेगा, उस कम टाइम में आपको पूरा पेपर सॉल्व करना है, तो इसके लिए आपको थोड़ी सी प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी. यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस द क्वेश्चंस ऑफ क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड एंड इंटेलेक्चुअल पोटेंशियल टेस्ट. तो एक बार आपका जब रिटर्न क्लियर हो जाएगा, कंप्यूटर बेस्ड टेस्ट में आपने कट ऑफ क्लियर कर ली, देन यू विल बी कॉल्ड फॉर ग्रुप टास्क एंड पर्सनल इंटरव्यू. नाउ देयर इज वन इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग. Vinay sir, group task is elimination in nature.
So basically, majority of you might have this intuition that once you clear the written test, you will be sent for group task and personal interview. But that's not the case, because in HPCL recruitment process, in basically your group task is again a criteria for your rejection. Okay, so all the students who have appeared for the group task won't go for the interview because there is some rejection at GT level. Clear? And also, sir, I would like to add one more point here.
Yes.
Many of you might have felt this, that if you get selected for medical, means basically if you clear this personal interview, then this is the intuition that you will be sent for medical, by which your recruitment is 100% sure. But that's not the case, because in HPCL medical is also a criteria for rejection. Okay, so for example, last time I think around some good number of students were shortlisted for medical, but all of them didn't get the final posting orders, because medical is also a very clear point, and that's the same point will also be present at some location in the
Yes.
process. Okay, so that's the thing.
Yes. Now let us come to the pay scale. So many of you are asking, sir, what is the CTC? So look at here. You will be having the grade of E2. You will be having the grade of E2, and the pay scale is a 50,000 to 1,60,000. Very, very, very handsome pay scale. And if you see the CTC, if you are getting selected, cost to company will be 16.26 lakhs per annum. So beta wonderful opportunity hai. No gate exam required. They will be conducting their computer based test. You have to clear the written exam, then GT, then interview, and finally medical also. So here, Vinay sir, you want to add something?
No, sir, this is just the CTC details, because many of you are asking, and this is an open thing that's available in the advertisement. Okay, and here I would like to add one more just point, sir. This probation period is the important thing, because where you'll be getting the chance to learn much of the things. Okay, so normally once you have taken to the corporation, you will be under probation for 1 year. Means it's like a formal training kind of thing generally, which at the same time you'll also be doing tasks. And during this probation, it's clearly written the selected officers will be on probation for 1 year from the date of joining, and upon this, an amount of rupees 5,000 per month will be deducted as the retention amount from the total emoluments.
So is it getting deducted for you also as
yes,
of now?
it is getting deducted. So if you see, generally 5,000 per month they'll retain for first 6 months, and don't worry, your 30,000 is not going anywhere after the confirmation. Means after 1 year of probation, they'll pay you back. Clear?
But I will be telling you, my friends, since I also worked in the industry, this is very, very, very minimal amount. Just what they are doing, they are on the, means for the sake of deducting, they are just deducting 5,000 rupees per month, so that you are not going anywhere. So for 6 months, they are going to deduct, that means 30,000 will be getting deducted. This is nothing, this is nothing. But I'm telling you, the kind of CTC is there, you are not going to go anywhere. Now, this is the detail, application filling detail. I'm requesting you, fill the form as soon as possible. If possible, on the first day itself, 23rd of June, you start filling the form. So what you need to do is, you need to go to this website, www.hindustanpetroleum.com, and just you fill the details, right? Now, today I got 2 messages. Sir, we are from Nepal. Can we write the HPCL exam? So my friends, clearly it is written, only Indian nationals are eligible to apply. That means if you are belonging to some other country, you cannot apply. Only Indian nationals are eligible to apply. Okay? And one more thing, there are so many Navy soldiers who are asking, sir, can final year students apply for HPCL? It is clearly written. Please read this carefully. Candidates except final year degree students must be in possession of all applicable degree certificates and mark sheets at the time of application, and ensure that they fulfill all eligibility criteria. This is clearly saying final year students are eligible to apply. Which final year student? Those who are in last semester, not those who are coming to final year. That is the reason why they are saying, because they know within 1-2 months they will be getting the degree and all. So candidates except final year degree students, try to understand, this is a very, very important thing. Except final year degree students means those who are in 8th semester or 4-2. Vinay sir, you want to add something?
That's it, sir. So basically, if you are in the final year, means if your semester is going to be commenced in the next couple of months, or if you'll finish your graduation in the next first 2 years, then definitely you can apply for this. Okay. And
yeah,
at the time of interview and document verification, you duly submit your provisionals and all, so that assures your completion of the degree. Clear?
Now, cutoffs cutoffs. I know so many of you are looking for this. Don't worry, beta. We will be taking your all the queries. You need not to worry. But let me talk about the cutoff. Beta, whatever the cutoff we are showing you here, yes, diploma plus degree are eligible. Diploma plus degree are eligible. Those who have taken direct admission in second year, they are also eligible. Nowhere it's written that diploma plus degree is not eligible. Okay. Now, this is the cutoff HPCL 2021 out of 170 marks of computer based test. Please understand, there is no negative marking. There is no negative marking. And yes, I do agree, cutoff is not average, it is little high only. So if you are unreserved category, 2021 it was 148.85. If you are OBC category, 146.24, EWS 143.63, SC category 138.21, ST category 130.41. But here the key is Vinay sir will be telling this part. Vinay sir, you cleared this cutoff, right?
Yes, sir.
So what was the key? How you cleared, means how you secured more than 148.85 marks?
Yeah, so generally coming to my case, it will be slightly different from your case because I have worked here for a long time. So, but as a student, if you see, your key will be that quantitative aptitude part and also the intellectual potential part. Okay, and also English will also do very good for you because I'll tell you there don't come much variation in technical things or the technical subjects if you see, because majority of the students who appear will also be preparing for other competitive exams and they'll be having very strong knowledge of this technical subjects. Okay, but at the same time, if you see, quantitative aptitude and intellectual reasoning are the things which plays a key role, because many of the students will be knowing how to solve the questions, but it also depends how faster you will be solving the questions. Clear? So the main key role of this cutoff or something is actually to ace in the non-technical part, because technical part I'm again and again telling you there won't be much variation because the level of the questions will be such that they can be answered by majority of the students who are giving the examination. Clear? So you should not, to get this marks, you shouldn't get any basically tough things during the quantitative aptitude part. Clear?
Now Naveen is there with me. Naveen has cleared this cutoff, EWS category cutoff. So I will be coming to Naveen. Naveen, can you tell me how you cleared this cutoff? How you must have secured more than 143.63 marks out of 170. So what you want to tell to the Negi soldiers who are live right now?
It's slightly on the higher side. So it's just but most of the points. Uh,
And what was your strategy? Did you follow any specific book for preparation?
Actually, most of the things might be already in gate preparation. So,
Okay.
book is sufficient. At this point of time, I don't suggest anyone to follow specific book, a new book, right from the starting. Just to clear the basics of every subject will be sufficient to clear the cutoff. Like we need only horizontal knowledge of the subject rather than the vertical knowledge. The questions were not lengthy aside. They are just small calculative or conceptual. That's it.
Okay, so what Naveen is saying, he haven't prepared anything specific for HPCL exam. Whatever the notes he was having for the gate examination, he just brushed them, and he's saying, as Vinay sir has told, the non-technical part will be playing the vital role, because you are going to get the difference over there only, because there are so many people who will be knowing the aptitude but they will not have the speed. So basically speed and accuracy is the most important thing for HPCL written exam. Is it, Naveen?
Yes, sir, absolutely. That
Okay.
is the thing which varies from.
Yes. So, so if you must have cleared this 143.63, how much you secured in the written exam?
Sir, I barely cleared
Okay.
OBC cutoff, sir.
Okay.
146 around.
146 around. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Naveen, I will be coming back to you. I would like to know what is your work profile and all. So just yes, yes, yes. We will discuss. We will discuss. Don't worry, Naveen. I will come back to you, better. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
And as Navin was also telling, actually, if you see, even I heard the same from the students as well. You need not follow any specific book, because if you see, majority of the questions will be from the basics of all the subjects. Okay, so if you have a good basic knowledge, and normally if you are under any competitive exam preparation, that would definitely do the things. Okay, so the major difference comes in the quantitative part, means basically in the first non-technical part. So if you are thorough there, definitely there are very good chances that you will ace the exam.
Yes. So now look at here. Most of you will be seeing this particular thing in 2022 also. Look at here. Written exam, computer based test is of 170 marks. Now, how are they arriving to the final merit list? I will be telling you. Look at here, beta. Let us suppose your exam is of 170 marks. So what they are going to do is, whatever the marks you are getting, they will be dividing by 2. Means let us suppose someone is getting 150 marks out of 170. Now this will be reduced to 85 है ना. So I think Vinay sir, now it is 75 out of 85. Now look at here, the complete process is of 100 marks. Now this has been reduced to 85 marks, remaining are 15 marks. 5 marks is the weightage for a group task. 5 marks is the weightage for the group task. But remember, group task is elimination in nature. If you are clearing group task, then only it will be getting added to your final marks. And then 10 marks for the personal interview. So 85 plus 5, 90, 90 plus 10, 100 marks. So final cutoff will be coming out of 100. Let us suppose someone is getting 3 marks over here. Let us suppose someone is getting 8 marks from here. So 75 plus 3, 78 plus 8, 86 marks. And I hope in future 2022 you are going to get this. Okay, so yes, final scoring will be out of 100. I hope each and everyone is clear how the final scoring will be arrived. Everyone is clear with this? Now look at here. Final cutoff out of 100 for general category, which Vinay sir has cleared unreserved, 85.19 marks. For OBC, it was 83.88 marks. For EWS, it was 83.32 marks. SC category, 77.18 marks. And ST category, 75.65 marks. Okay, now I will be showing you the mark sheet of Naveen, who is with me live over phone, how much he secured in each and every stage. Look at here, he belongs to EWS category. So he cleared this cutoff. So something like this will be appearing in your portal. What is there? Look at here. Look at here. Interview calling cutoff for your category, 143.63. Then once you have given the computer based test, this is the cutoff, you are shortlisted for interview. Now you will be appearing for the interview. Then there will be GT, there will be PI. Your group task score out of 5 marks is 2.19. Your personal interview score out of 10 marks is 8.1. He really scored very well in personal interview. Getting 8.1 marks out of 10 in personal interview means he has nailed the personal interview. So look at here, what must have happened. Whatever he secured out of 170, that reduced to 85 marks, then plus 2.19 plus 8.10, and finally look at here, your final score is 84.02. Cutoff for your category is 83.32. Congratulations, congratulations, you have been selected for joining. That's how the things will be happening. But again, look at here, as Vinay sir is saying, all these are the criteria. ग्रुप टास्क शॉर्टलिस्टेड ग्रुप टास्क में आप जब शॉर्टलिस्ट होगे तब जाके आप पीआई में जाओगे. और यहां पर देखो, मेडिकली फिट, यू आर फाउंड मेडिकली फिट. जब आप मेडिकली फिट हैं तभी आपको ज्वाइनिंग मिलेगी, अदरवाइज यू विल नॉट गेट द ज्वाइनिंग. Okay.
Yeah. So I want to add just 2 points here. First thing, you should know the difference between selection and shortlisted. Okay, so if you see till here, you can never find the term called selected. You can find it only at the last term, and it's clearly visible that medical is also one of the biggest criteria to get shortlisted, which happened to many of the aspirants last year. And also, one point I would like to add here: if you see, okay, you got selected for the interview, that's a very good thing. But if you see, there is also one session which will be conducted by the recruitment division of HPCL. So that actually you can see, click here to learn about our group task and interview process. So if you see, they'll clearly describe you how the interview is going to be, and what if people don't know what is group task in the initial stages, there is a very good understanding to make you know what is actually group task. They'll actually, okay, call letter will be given later, but before that there is one link which will be provided. If you click that, you will have a clear description of what is a GT and how it's going to be, and also at the same time how your personal interview is going to be clear. So this is also one very important part that you need to focus on before going for the interview. Clear? Because once you know the process, only then you can make your strategy or something like that. Clear?
Yes. Yes. Now one more thing, there are so many Navy soldiers who are asking, sir, when the examination will be conducted? Sir, HPCL 2022 का एग्जाम कब होगा? ये मैंने देखा बहुत सारे लोग पूछ रहे हैं, सर व्हाट कैन बी द टेंटेटिव डेट फॉर द रिटन एग्जाम. तो हम लोग थोड़ा सा रेफरेंस लेंगे लास्ट ईयर का और वहां से कोशिश करेंगे जानने की कि क्या डेट हो सकती है. Look at here, this is the screenshot of the last year advertisement. If you see, last year the advertisement came on 3rd of March. 3rd of March it came, and the last date of filling the online application was 15th April 2021. That means this year already notification came very late. Last time the last date was 15th of April, and you see now it is starting from 23rd of June. Okay, तो बहुत late आया है. Last year, one more thing, the vacancies were 120. Last year vacancies were 120, and I would like to take one note from Naveen because he is having some more idea about this. Naveen, are you there? Naveen, I want to know, because you are having this data. Last year some of the vacancies were increased at the end. Can you talk about that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The notification was released for 120 vacancies from mechanical, but later this process took place for 8 months around, like from the interview, the examination, group discussion, interview, and the final result. So at the time of announcement of result, they have increased some 20 vacancies around. So
In mechanical.
the overall vacancies were 200 put together with civil, electrical, mechanical, and everything. Final recruitment was somewhere near 240.
Okay. Okay.
And, yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So last year it happened that vacancies were increased.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Naveen, there are few students who are asking about GT also. What kind of group task they are asking to do for 5 marks? So can you explain about that?
Yes, sir. Like generally, they'll be having a panel of 7 to 8 members sitting on the other side, and 6 to 7 students sitting on this side based on the strength of the students which appear on the day.
Okay.
So they'll be giving a business problem, business kind of problem. We have to think strategically and instantaneously to provide the solutions for that business problem. Like we have to have good coordination in the group, present with what we speak, and we have to have maintain the group dynamics. Like we have to support each other's points, and we have to reach a conclusion as a group put together.
Okay, okay, okay.
that
So
is
they are
how-
checking everything. In fact, leadership skills also.
Yes, so each panel member will be observing 1 or 2 persons at a time. They will be noting even the minute details.
Okay, okay, okay. So what was your task basically? Do you remember that? Okay.
There was a businessman called Seth. It was a lengthy one, but I'll try to keep it short.
Okay.
There was
Okay.
a businessman in Seth in Mumbai in a posh area. So he's having some food restaurant business. He's there from some 7 to 8 years. He's having some sufficient land and money to develop the business. So, what are your ideas to develop the business? How can we increase the food business and non-food business as well?
Okay, okay,
So
great.
there are some minute details mentioned in it, so we have to catch them and correlate them while the discussions.
Okay, okay, great, 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 great. Fine, fine, fine. We will come back to you, Naveen.
So last year, the exact number of vacancies that they increased was the posts were released for 200, but finally the equipment was given to 234 candidates exactly. Coming to the mechanical, exactly, I don't have the detail, but on an average, on a whole, actually, if you see, total 200 is the announced vacancies, and 234 is the recruited vacancies at last year. And as Navin was telling, group task basically checks about your communication skills, teamwork, and also your open-mindedness. Means basically how you're able to accept the thought of others, and also how strongly or technically, logically you can contradict the others' opinions.
Yes, so it is basically brainstorming session. So finally, you have to discuss among each other and you must come to some conclusion. That is more important. Okay, now look at here. This is what we want to show you. Last year, 3rd of March was the online application date. Last date was 15th of April, and the exam was conducted on
12th August.
12th of August. So it was very delayed. If you see, there is a gap of 4 months.
But I'll tell you, there's a reason for this gap. Last year, if you see, May and June were the second wave time, and
Yes.
you have a lot of things that's going on. Okay, so actually, this recruitment process got slightly delayed, but
Yes.
generally from the date of application, you can expect the exam around 2.5 to 3 months duration on an average.
Yeah, and I feel by August it should happen, Vinay sir.
Generally.
Because now they are having some idea of timelines and all. So those who are going to prepare for this HPCL 2022, I am having this sort of feeling that the results. So I think you can expect
Around August.
around August. So now you are having July and August, 2 months around you are having in your hand.
Or maybe
Okay.
it can go to August ending as well.
Yes. Now, how many of you want the analysis where we will be telling you what are the most important subjects where you can focus as far as technical is concerned? How many of you are interested for knowing the most important subjects for HPCL 2022? Quickly, quickly, quickly. Yes, I want everyone to make the fire or hearts in the chat box. पूरी chat box लाल हो जाए रे बाबा. पूरी chat box लाल हो जाए रे बाबा. Chalo, we have done the analysis of HPCL 2021, and as per our analysis, look at here, manufacturing science was the most. Look at here, we have taken the average of both sets. What happened last year? HPCL 2021 was conducted in 2 sessions, morning and then afternoon. Morning.
I'd like to add one point here. Total number of students were around 53,000 if I'm not wrong. Okay.
Ha.
So and 120 are the final posting. So you can just.
Yes. So manufacturing science, 17 marks weightage. Then look at here. This is again one of the interesting thing. Fluid mechanics and hydraulic machines played very major role. 15 questions were there out of 85. Look at here, manufacturing out of 85, 17 questions. Fluid mechanics and hydraulic machines, 15 questions. Strength of materials, 13 questions. Thermodynamics, 8 questions. Theory of machines and vibrations, again 8 questions. And the most important thing, generally the neglected subject in GATE examination, engineering mechanics, also 8. So if you add, look at here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just you see the weightage of these 6 subjects, 17 plus 5,
69.
32, 69. Oh my God. 17 plus 15, 32, 32 plus
13,
45, 45 plus 24. 69 out of 85 questions. 69 questions were from these 6 subjects. So my friends, the same pattern you can observe in 2022 also, because as per Vinay sir, they are going to focus more on basic subjects.
And if you see all these other basic subjects, means you generally see machine design is the advanced version of strength of materials.
Heat
Theory of
transfer.
machines is advanced version of engineering mechanics. But if you see these subjects, all these are the basic subjects that you generally have here. Manufacturing science, fluid mechanics, strength of materials, thermodynamics, mechanics. So all these are the basic subjects. Okay, so once you have the strong fundamentals of the basic subjects, you will be definitely able to clear the technical exam. And that's what I'm telling you. Technical, manufacturing science means basically production. and inclusive of material science as well a bit. But if you generally see all these are the basic subjects, and that's the reason why your marks in technical may not give you much difference from the other candidates. Clear? Because all the students who are preparing for the competitive exams will be able to work out these subjects definitely.
Yeah, one thing I was surprised. Look, I'm having the question papers. Don't worry, beta. Don't worry. I'm having the question papers with me. We have done the entire analysis. I'm having these question papers. I will be keeping these question papers in Engineers Hub Telegram channel. You need not to worry. In Engineers Hub Telegram channel, you are going to get this, and you can personally DM me also. I will be giving you these question papers. 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. basically 2.5 hours. You have to solve 170 questions, and the morning was 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. 2.5 hours, 150 minutes, 170 questions you need to solve.
Yeah, it's 150 minutes and 170 questions, correct?
That means
I told 180 initially, but sorry, it's 2.5 hours duration. Yes, sorry.
And
150 minutes and
now
170 questions.
they have to have the jet speed.
Fastness of as I'm telling you, fastness and correctness of the things will work out for HPCL. Clear? I'm extremely sorry for this. It's 150 minutes, not even 180 minutes. Okay.
Okay, and I hope you are able to understand. The questions are very basic in nature. So, do you want to solve few questions right now? Let us solve some 10-15 questions. 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. If you want, I can solve right now. You will come to know what kind of question they are asking. You will come to know what kind of question they are asking. Shall I solve few questions for you? You want this? You want this? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, okay, Vinay sir. So let us have a system in which the exchanges neither energy nor matter with any system is called. Basically, is asking the system where neither energy interaction nor mass interaction takes place. So 100% isolated system. Next question. The water in a glass tube wet the surface of the tube. This is due to a reason because the adhesion between water and glass is more than the cohesion between water molecules. Champu questions hai re baba. Next question. In thermodynamics, PV is equal to nRT. The term N is, I don't know how many of you are recollect this. I used to tell N is number of moles, not adiabatic index re baba champa. So N is what? Number of moles. Next question. Next question. The Reynolds number used for critical velocity for turbulent flow of fluid is given by, he is asking what is Reynolds number? Inertia force divided by viscous force. Vinay sir, you want to take some questions?
So it is impossible for the heat to flow from a body at lower temperature to a body at higher temperature without aid of external work. This statement is obviously, we know this is the Clausius statement actually. So Clausius statement tells you that without any external effect, heat cannot be transferred from low temperature to high temperature. These are just funda. So Clausius statement is the correct answer. And if you see transport of free electrons resulting in transfer of heat from one part of a substance to another is called conduction. So basically, conduction is the mode of heat transfer where heat transfer is due to molecular transfer, the electron transfer plus molecular vibrations, means the lattice vibration. So
yes,
that's conduction. Okay.
Yes.
Then this is one basically COP question. So the
practical unit of repression 1 ton is the amount of heat removed from 1 ton of water at 0 degrees Celsius to become ice in 24 hours. 24 hours.
Definition of 1 ton of equation. Okay, so that's again the case.
The non-dimensional number HLC by K is called
Biot number.
Biot number. You are aware of this in unsteady state heat conduction. You are aware of this. HLC by K is basically Biot number. The distance measured perpendicular to the boundary by which the main stream is displaced on account of formation of the boundary layer, displacement thickness.
And if you see the water jet comes out of an orifice of a tank has minimum cross sectional area at a point. It is occurring at, so basically, normally if you keep an orifice at any flow in pipe, generally the minimum cross sectional area we call it as vena contacta area, correct? Which is in orifice meters and also in any open jets and all. Generally you see not exactly at the outlet, but means not exactly at the orifice, but at some distance slightly to the right, we'll have an vena contacta. That's the minimum area. And a fluid flowing in a pipe and the velocities of liquid particles at all sections are same. The type of flow is basically, that's the uniform flow, means at any location in the cross section, all your properties, means all the velocities are same actually. Okay?
The reversible engine operates with the source and sink temperatures of 127 degrees Celsius and 47 degrees Celsius. The efficiency of the engine is.
So basically, this is the reversible engine. So you can apply the Carnot formula, 1 minus lower temperature, the heat rejection temperature with heat addition temperature. So if you do 1 minus this plus 273 will give you 0 and 2, 3. So this is 1
320.
and this is just 127. So if you put 273 here, you'll get 400 here. Okay, so if you see, this is nothing but 0.8. So if you see, this value is 0.2 and this is 20%. So
20%.
if you see just one step calculation and all, that's so.
And we are always saying, please remember, whenever you are applying this formula, you have to keep the absolute temperature. You must write the temperature in Kelvin only, not in degrees Celsius. A wall of area 5 meter square has thermal conductivity of 10 watt per meter per degree Celsius. Is a transferring heat at temperature gradient of 30 degree Celsius per meter. Then the heat flow across the wall is
Q is equal to Ka delta T.
Yes. Ka dt by dx they have given. Just multiply these three. Minus will not come because temperature gradient is given positive. K is 10, area is 5, this is a 30. So 1500, basically 1.5 kilowatt, right? This is in watt.
So that's basically, because this is in watt, that's in kilowatt. Okay, so the refrigeration system works on principle of Carnot cycle. It operates between two temperatures, minus 23 and plus 27 degrees Celsius. So coefficient of performance of refrigeration system. So since it's given, it's a Carnot cycle. So basically you can apply the things in terms of temperatures. So TL by the temperature difference between the two reservoirs. So minus 23, if you convert it to Kelvin, you'll get 250 Kelvin. And TH minus TL, the difference between these two is 50. So if you do, this is nothing but 5, and 5 is the COP. 5 is the COP of the.
And you will not have the calculator in the examination. Chandu, you are not going to have the calculator in examination.
No calculator, so that's why I told aptitude need to do very fastly. Okay, 150 minutes.
According to Stephen Boltzmann law, the emissive power is directly proportional to the fourth power of the absolute temperature. This applies to black body only. Stephen Boltzmann law is valid only for black bodies. So this is the level of question. I'm telling you, the game changer is not technical. Again, this is the trick of cracking this examination. Look at here. Just now we have solved 15 questions. How much time we have taken? 7 minutes, 8 minutes maximum. Whatever the 85 questions are going to come in technical domain, I'm telling you, you are going to solve within 60 minutes. 60 minutes से ज़्यादा लगेगा नहीं. अगर आपको आता है तो टिक करोगे, आगे बढ़ोगे, टिक करोगे, आगे बढ़ोगे. लेकिन the game changer is a non-technical. If you are really preparing for HPCL, you have to focus on non-technical questions.
Yes. So basically, you have seen the level of the questions as I'm repeating this. So if you see, the level of the questions that were asked will be very basic level. Okay. So hardly 85 questions will take you some around 50 to 60 minutes, or in general, if you're very bit sharp, it takes you around 50 minutes. So the rest of the one, basically it's 150 minutes. So if you take out 100 minutes, you need to invest for your 85 questions of non-technical. Okay.
Just you should understand from Vinay sir's marks, you will be able to understand some part.
It is not technician paper, it is the officer's exam, E2 level equipment paper. Okay.
Look at here. Try to understand from here. For a general category, the cutoff was 148.85 marks out of 170. And now you just listen from Vinay sir how much he secured in non-technical part.
In non-technical, I have secured around 79 out of 85. I have lost 6 questions, and that too one question was given add letter because that don't have an option.
Yes. So he secured basically 79 out of 84. Now try to understand, this is the game changer.
And English is actually very easy. To be honest, if I don't have the response sheet, I couldn't show you. But English I have secured 17 out of 17. The 2-3 marks I have lost was I made some little calculation errors in quantitative aptitude and this data interpretation. In 1 or 2 questions I remember, as far as I remember. So this aptitude or the non-tech part is really the game changer of your CBT. Clear?
Chalo. Now whatever you want to ask, you can ask beta. Non-technical questions I'm having. Look, we are having both the sets. But I'm telling you, I will be sending in Engineers Hub Mechanical Telegram channel. From there you can download. Don't worry, this I will be giving you. And we are telling you quantitative aptitude questions are not difficult. Try to understand. The key is quantitative aptitude questions are not difficult. The only thing is, if you are not having the sufficient practice, they will be taking lots of time in solving, and that is the reason, because here the exam is all about speed and accuracy. You have to solve the questions in minimum time. So there you have to solve number of questions.
For example, since many of you are asking for non-technical questions, I would like to give just one question. Such can I give
yes.
So if you see, this is the question. I'm just writing one of the non-technical questions because you guys are asking for this. By 5.15 minus 2.65 divided by sin here. 1.5 into 0.5 divided by 3.9 into 2 plus 2.2. This is what you have actually. Okay, so this is one non-technical question, means basically some simplification type of question that actually came. Okay, so just I want to show you what are the type of non-technical questions. This is one.
Yes.
And you have many different types of non-technical questions. Okay.
So like I'm seeing from certs, you are having question from ratio proportion, you are having questions.
Certs, short proportions, time and work, speed and distance, all these are the
Yes.
common topics. Then
Yes.
percentages, all the basic math.
Percentages are there. Basic, very basic questions are there. The total monthly salary of P and Q is 50,000 rupees. Q earns 9,000 more than R. Who earns rupees
5,000
less than P?
monthly salary.
What is the monthly salary of Q in rupees? So simple questions. Don't worry, we will be giving you all these things. Now I will be coming to Naveen. Naveen, I want to know one thing. Look, as all of us are saying, non-technical will be the game changer, because technical questions, as we have seen, they are straightforward, right from the notes. First of all, you tell me, did you study anything extra for technical, so that everyone will be having the clarity how to go for technical part? Did you study any extra book for technical?
No, sir. I have initially prepared for GATE and left over the preparation. So after a gap, I just revised the books for 1 week or 10 days prior to the exam. I attended some 4 to 5 mock tests. That's it, sir. That is sufficient to crack it.
Okay, so basically you are saying you haven't studied any separate resource for this particular exam's technical portion.
No, sir. Just I revised the notes at last.
Okay, and I hope you are having my thermal and fluid notes, right?
Yes, sir. I prepared some short notes from those notes and I revised it before the exam.
Okay, now you tell me how you crack this non-technical part.
Yes, like as I prepared, like just I revised the technical questions. I have completed the technical paper very quickly. I think less than an hour I completed the paper.
Within 30 minutes you have completed. Within 60 minutes.
Less than an hour, yes. Within 60 minutes I completed the technical paper.
Okay.
So I got some ample of time in non-technical questions.
Okay.
And on the other side, English paper, English 17 questions haven't took much time. So, and they were of a bit lower level as well. I scored 17 on 17 in English.
Okay, so both of you scored in this part. One more thing, there are few Negi soldiers who are asking, sir, how to prepare English part. So what is your recommendation for English? Because both of you and Vinay sir have secured 17 out of 17. So what is your take on this?
Sir, like before the exam, I was thinking it was the only weakest area of mine.
Okay.
But because of kind of level of questions, I tried to give my best and it became out of it. I was not a good student in English.
Okay, okay. And what is your suggestion for other part, quantitative aptitude and intellectual thing?
Yes, attending a couple of mock tests would give them a better idea and increase the speed, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so such kind of test series are available in the market, right? That's what you are saying.
So
Okay.
there are a couple of free tests available in the market.
Free tests are available.
Not
Okay.
difficult, sir.
Okay.
Yes, they are not difficult level, slightly time taking when compared to the core questions.
Okay, okay, fine. And did you study anything extra for non-technical part? Basically, this quantitative aptitude and this logical reasoning, data interpretation.
Nothing good, sir. Like just
Nothing
I
much.
came.
Whatever you have prepared for GATE examination, you continued on the same.
That would be sufficient, sir.
Okay.
That would be easily sufficient.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
The only thing they have to learn is managing the times.
Okay, okay, fine. Vinay sir, what about you? Did you went through any extra resource for this particular thing?
Not generally much, sir. Because if you see English, generally majority of you feel that it's very tough. But generally, if you work out few, if you have a good reading habit, generally that English will definitely help you out. Okay. And coming to quantitative aptitude, yes, you need something for practice. But again, if you see, there is one book I would recommend. I haven't followed this, but I have seen many of the bank exam
RS
students,
Agarwal.
RS Agarwal,
RS
obviously. So
Agarwal,
if you
yes.
see,
I was also about to say the same
many
thing.
of the banking exams students, they go for this book. Generally quantitative aptitude by RS Agarwal. So by RS Agarwal, this is one very good book which generally the people follow, but I haven't followed this. But this could definitely, if I'm sorry if I spell it wrong here, but RS Agarwal is what you can
Yes.
generally
Yes.
get it.
So for quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, data interpretation, blindly go for RS Agrawal. Why we are saying this? Because you have to practice so many questions. Okay. And one more thing, please don't be confused. You will not have any question from engineering mathematics. There is no engineering mathematics in HPCL. So
Yes.
whatever 170 questions will be here, 85 questions will be from general aptitude. General aptitude means what? Basically your quantitative aptitude, English, and then logical reasoning, data interpretation, and remaining 85 questions will be from your mechanical core. There is no engineering mathematics.
Yes, no engineering maths.
Calculators are not
Not
allowed.
available. No calculator is allowed inside.
Any other question you want to ask? There are the experts, those who have cracked the written exam, those who have cracked the GT round, those who have cracked the interview, those who are working with HPCL. They are with us. You can ask.
As I'm telling, for English, there's no need of any book. You can just, just brush up your fundamentals, okay, like your tenses or, some synonyms of basic words and all these things. That could definitely help you. Okay, if possible, generally go for some readings like newspaper, not very advanced newspapers, but normally textbooks and all, they can help you out for the normal English.
Now let us come to this point. Vinay sir, how is the life at HPCL? So where are you posted as of now?
So currently I'm working in the Vishaka refinery here. So that's in Vishakhapatnam, which you all know. And yeah, so coming to work life at HPCL, that's very much good. So basically, if you get posting in, normally you can get posted at any location in India. That's also clearly written in the advertisement. So so generally they don't keep you much away from the home. They possibly they'll try to keep within the zones. Means
Yes.
let's suppose if you are from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, they try to post you in South Zone, but generally it don't happen to some of the guys, because at the end they need to post the
Yes.
candidates where there is a vacancy. Okay,
Yes.
but they don't transfer you very wildly. Matlab, like, they don't keep you very far from your home. Okay, they'll try to keep you within the limits. And if normally if you see, it's HPCL is a company which does refining and marketing. Okay, so if you see, there are two major things which are done by HPCL. So refining is basically, from crude oil they'll take out the petroleum products, so which is basically done inside a refinery. And coming to refineries of HPCL, you have two major refineries. One is at Vishakhapatnam, Vishaka refinery, and one is at the Mumbai. Okay, so the Mumbai refinery here. So if you get posted at refinery, generally refineries are the chemical industries where mechanical guys will be supporting the chemical process. Means, let us suppose if there's a tank, okay, and in that tank some chemical process is happening. So when there is some repair or something for the tank that's happening, so treating tank as a mechanical device, you will go for the repair. So that's maintenance that you generally do. That's the major job of a mechanical engineer in a refinery. And also there are pretty much very important roles. Once you get selected, you'll be having very good introduction sessions or inductive training programs, which could give you some better idea. Okay, we had a very good inductive program. Me and Naveen were enjoying the days actually during the induction program.
And where it happens?
Pune, sir.
Pune. Okay.
In Pune, HP has its own training institute, and luckily we got a chance to see for a couple of days. And coming to the marketing, again, you'll be having 3-4 zones. 3-4 SBUs we call in general. So that you can also see, candidate can be posted in any SBU is written. So strategic business units. Normally you see one is retail. All the petrol pumps, whatever you see all over India, all these come under the retail. Then we have different SBUs like lubes, or you see aviation. You see aviation kiosks in, basically we manufacture all these products in refinery, and the marketing group takes care of the marketing of all these products actually. Clear?
So basically, this is very good about HPCL. They really take care of their employees. They really take care of their job satisfaction. That is the reason why they always keep the people posted which is near to their home. Like Vinay sir is from Andhra Pradesh, and look, he is posted in Andhra Pradesh. Let me talk about Naveen's experience. Naveen, I will be coming to you. Yeah, Naveen. So how do you feel about HPCL?
it is a very good place to work at.
So where are you located? Where are you
When
posted
I
right
said,
now?
sir, I am a person from Vishakhapatnam. I was posted in my same home state. As of now, I am in Prakasam district, sir,
Okay.
near Markapur town.
Okay.
I was one of the fastest students who placed in Andhra Pradesh from their hometown.
Okay. Okay, but it is still in the within the state, right?
This like
Yes,
300
within the
kilometers away
state.
from home and telling he is the farthest from home, like he is in Rajasthan or something.
So look at here. What he's saying, he is 300 kilometer away from Visakhapatnam, which is his native place, and he's saying I am the farthest one. Okay, that's really good about HPCL.
And yeah, Naveen, please continue.
Yes, like at HPCL, as sir said, there are many SPUs, and the work at different SPUs will be different. The culture will be different, and the surroundings will be slightly different. But more or less, the way they treat the freshers is very good at HPCL. So yes, it's a good place to join.
And what is your job profile? Means I want to know what you do exactly.
Yes, sir. As HPCL is a marketing company and it refines the crude oil into various products. I belong to the pipeline department where this huge, yes, sir, where the product is transferred in bulk from one place to other place. Like there is a pipeline from Vishakhapatnam to Hyderabad, actually Secunderabad. Uh, and for constructing such a big pipeline, they need some stations, intermediate stations in between. So I was at one such intermediate station, which
Okay.
is starting from Vijayawada to Dharmapur in Tamil Nadu. For
Okay.
every 200 to 300 kilometers, they'll be having some pumping stations.
Okay.
So they'll handle the fluid product.
Okay.
In my station, we are having big pumps, which can handle the product at some 440 meter cube per hour, and
Oh.
which
Mhm.
produces a head of 881 meters. We are having three such pumps located in our station.
Okay, 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 Naveen. Great, great, great. So, Naveen, I will be coming back to you. I want to know your interview experience also because you have scored very high.
Yes.
8.1 out of 10 is a very good score. So, I will be coming to that part also. So, Vinay sir, please continue.
So HPCL, I would like to give you one point. HPCL has some features which were not there generally outside. Okay, in general with other company with other PSUs. So if you see like HPCL gives very much importance for sports and all. So if you join HPCL, you will be having a very great work-life balance. That could I can definitely assure you. And also one thing I would like to tell you, HPCL is always open for the betterment of the employees. Means employees, HPCL provides you all the necessary things to develop yourself in life. But if you still feel something can be done better to pursue higher studies or something, HPCL is very open for things like study leaves and all, which you will eventually know once you enter the corporation. And also, I would like to give one very important thing. It's generally a challenging thing which is not offered by any PSU. If you, for example, check the bond amount of going out from the companies and all, that is generally high for PSUs. But
Yes.
in HPCL, can you expect what's the bond amount? It's zero. Absolutely. Yes, there's no bond. And obviously, they retain only 5,000 rupees. But obviously, anywhere in the world, you need to serve some notice period to compensate your work. So definitely you have some 1 month of notice period if you want to go out. But in generally, none of us, if you say 99.99% of us won't go anywhere, because that's the company that offers you a delicious, especially if you take the Vishaka F&A, it offers you a delicious breakfast in the morning, then after a delicious lunch in the afternoon, and a very good treatment of you also. So generally once we get this, nobody want to go out of this. So, and that's why even the company also offers a very challenging rules, like if you want to live, you can live with zero bond amount. You can understand when other organizations try to bind you by some bond amount or something, HPCL allows you to go, but still we don't go because we love the company so much actually. And Nagisa, you
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah, actually, so many students are having confusion about this eligibility criteria. Uh, According to me, I don't know. Look, it is not correctly framed. It is written 4 years full-time regular engineering course in mechanical engineering, but I firmly believe diploma people are also eligible. If you want, we can do one thing. Look, Vinay sir is already here. He is having so many colleagues, so we can cross-check this. we can cross check this, but again don't go by this. I don't think this is somehow there is some ambiguity here. They are trying to tell that you should have the B Tech or BE of 4 years. Now look at here, diploma background student must be eligible, because again the moment they are coming to second year, they will be completing 4 years degree, right?
Yes.
So I think they must be allowed. There is some ambiguity, but again I'm promising you we will be coming back tomorrow. Vinay sir is there, Naveen is there, they will check with their subordinates and all their colleagues and all, and I feel we will be having the positive response. I firmly believe diploma plus degree students must be eligible.
And there's one question. Somebody is personally interested in me, I think. At what age I cracked HPCL? I'm exactly 25 when I cracked HPCL. Okay, so right now I am 25 finished. So last year means it's been 4 months, I think.
Yeah.
4 months since we joined the corporation.
Yes. So any other question? Some people were asking about the important subject. So we have framed that also by analyzing 2021 question paper. Look at here. Manufacturing science, 17 questions were there. Fluid mechanics and handling machine, 15 questions were there. Strength of materials, 13 questions were there. Thermodynamics, 8. Theory of machines and vibrations, 8. Engineering mechanics, 8. So total 69 questions out of 85 questions were from these. And again I'm telling you, whatever the notes you people are having, that is more than sufficient. Because generally what happens in HPCL, we haven't seen such questions which are fact based. Basically small definitions, small formulas, small calculation, that's it. So I think if you are preparing for GATE and ESC, you must have covered each and everything. Just you have to revise your notes thoroughly, that's it. There is no calculator in the examination, and definitely you are not going to have such questions where big calculation required. Whatever the calculation will come, you can do by your hand.
And many of you are asking, as per the salary we have already told you, CTC is 16.2 lakhs, and few of you are asking for medical things. So normally they check almost all the functionality of your body. So right, start away from your eyes to your at some places we also have the treadmill test and all these things. But generally, if you see, they take care of each and every micro detail. Because if you see, some of you may get posted in FNAs and all. So let us suppose if you have some breathing issues or something, so that would be a little problem. Similarly, if your ears are not sharp, generally in FNAs you will have a noisy environment. So they'll check your ears, means basically ENT doctor checks you. Then coming to your breathing, again there is something called PFT, pulmonary function test, and all these things. So basically they'll take care of each and every detail of you. Okay.
So now let us come to one more important thing. How was the interview experience? So Vinay sir, where was your interview conducted, and what kind of question they asked basically?
Yeah, so my interview is in Visakhapatnam itself. By the time I was working as a faculty here. So I went and cleared it very comfortably, to be frank. Majority in Visakhapatnam, there were places where technical plus HR was also done, but on that day when we went, I think there was no technical, and I think Naveen, no technical, right? Not all. Yeah.
Acha, there is no technical interview for you people.
But
Okay.
Most of the HPCL interview questions will be the HR based questions.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is the case only at few places. But at few places where my colleagues are there was technical plus HR. Okay, but you can clearly understand, since the cutoff was very high, you are technically already proven before you have entered the interview. Okay, so the
Yes.
majority of the portion will be like HR. Even if technical was there, I think it will be given some less importance as compared to HR. Okay, because 148 out of 170 cutoff is not a less thing. So if you have got 150, that means you're technically very strong already.
So can you just share 1-2 questions whatever has been asked to you?
Like generally your starting will be like introductory sessions about you, your family, what you're doing after your graduation, all these things. And once actually, if you see, they'll release a form sometime before the interview, some 2 weeks before the interview, and it has some basic questions, like some normal questions on your which you will answer based on your mindset or psychiatric kind of things. Okay, so majority of your interview will around those things. Okay, so it's not like you need to fill the form and you need to remember the words, but if you fill the form honestly, obviously your interview answers will match the things. And to be honest, I don't remember the exact questions what were there at that time.
Yeah, so I will go to Naveen. Naveen, do you remember any question which has been asked to you in interview?
Yes, sir. I remember most of the questions which were asked to me in the interview.
Okay.
Like the first thing they'll start the interview is with, they'll try to appreciate you slightly. Like you have cleared the technical questions and reached this stage, so you are very well and fit enough as per the technical knowledge is concerned. So they'll try to focus on the HR questions as well. So the thing is, we have already came across a group discussion. There was a panel of 7 to 8 members sitting over there. There are the same 7 to 8 members sitting for the personal interview as well. But
Acha,
this time
okay.
you will be alone sitting this side, and the 7 to 8 members were sitting on the other side. So they will be having a basic idea on you before you enter the room. They
Okay.
have observed you at the time of group discussion itself. Among the panel of 7 to 8 members, 2 members will not ask any questions. Like they'll just try to make out our expressions and whether we are saying truth or not.
Okay.
They'll just read our body language,
Body
how
language they will
confident
read.
we are. Yes, so the remaining 6 persons will be trying to stress out. Like they'll ask the questions continuously and try to prove us wrong, but we should stick with the answer itself. Like in this stage, the 2 persons will be observing our body language.
Okay.
So
Okay.
in my case, they try to prove there are many other better opportunities than HPCA. Then why don't you take other options
Okay.
than HPCA?
Yeah, this
Haha.
happens. This happens. That's why I remember that.
So they have showed me multiple paths like startup and why don't you go for teaching profession? You are having good academic background. Why don't you go for research jobs? They try to prove like there are many better opportunities than HPCL. Why not? So initially, after the big introduction, these were the questions asked to me.
Okay. Okay. Fine. 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 So basically, for you people, it was kind of HR, and they were trying to motivate you for joining some other thing, right? Yeah. Okay. Good. 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 So I think we are almost
Look, I'm
done.
telling you one thing, guys. If you are genuine and honest, then definitely you will clear the interview. Okay? Because if you want to try to bluff there or you want to produce some fake information or false information, people of expertise are already in front
Yes.
of you and you will easily get caught. Okay?
Yes.
So just try to be genuine. No need of any. Look, I'll tell you one thing. Equipment is always a win-win situation to both the guys. Okay?
Yes.
If let us suppose if some ex-candidate gets recruited in HPCL, obviously the company will get benefited by the candidate's knowledge, and also the candidate will get benefited because of the financial and emoluments and also the technical knowledge he gains. Okay, so it's like win-win to both the things actually. Okay, so don't try to bluff. You try to be yourself, but prepare honestly.
Be
and
honest.
Definitely be honest to yourself in life. Also, definitely you will get the job.
Yes, and don't worry, once your written exam is over, we will be coming with the technical questions, whatever has been asked to other centers and all. You need not to worry, that we can compile and that we can give it to you. And one more thing, there are so many students who are asking for non-technical sessions. If you see this YouTube channel, already there's a playlist of non-technical quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, data interpretation. Our best faculty has taught all those topics. So I request all of you to subscribe this YouTube channel, because we are going to bring number of sessions for you people. And I'm very thankful. I was seeing continuously 120, 130 students were live and they were enjoying the sessions. I have seen in the chat box also. So definitely we are going to bring such more sessions, and please subscribe this YouTube channel, Engineer Sub. In future we are going to rock together.
Yes, and as you see, generally keep in touch with all your colleagues who are preparing for the exams. Okay, because if you ask about my preparation genuinely, because I was working here for a long time, here my colleagues like the content team and the Nagisa here, we had a lot of discussions. We still remember the long
Yes,
night discussions
yes,
we had
yes, yes.
technically, and that helps you. Okay, so keep in touch with the subject all the time. That would definitely help you out. Thank you.
Chalo, thank you so much. Love you all. Take care. Vinay sir, thank you so much for joining us today. And Naveen, thank you so much. Thank you.